We gonna finish this thing strong. Gonna get Brian Mendoza's perspective of what you think about this fight with Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford.
It's so, like, I feel like every day I'm almost kind of changing my opinion, but at the end of the day, I still lean towards Canelo because of the size.
Yeah.
But I know the size thing isn't so, like, so obvious, I guess, because Crawford is bigger.
Right.
Crawford is heavy, you know, like he carries himself, you know, he's very solid right now. He's taller, you know, when you see him the face off. So he is technically bigger. It's just the size it's very different when you carry that weight in the ring. Mm-hmm. That's what you got to worry about performing with. And, you know, just based off kind of like the performance at 154, although it was against a very solid fighter with Madrimov, I don't know if he's going to be solid enough, you know, just used to carrying that type of weight around at 68. So that's that's the reason I lean towards Canelo, but the skill-wise, everything else, obviously still more on Bud's side.
Yeah.
So that's where my toss-up is. I just lean towards Canelo because at the end of the day, you got to respect the weight classes.
We've been real heavy on this fight. We've been talking about it for a couple of weeks now. And I feel like every time I've spoken about Canelo and Crawford, the only thing I'm talking about is Crawford. So I said, you know what, today I'm going to flip the script. Today it's all about Canelo for me, and I might break your heart in the process. But I got to keep it real. You're right. This is a 50-50 fight. This is a fight where, as I was telling the Uber driver this morning, these guys, we've seen them both make mistakes in the ring. But they've never cost them, right? This is the first fight that I believe they both are going to get in the ring where the small mistake is actually a big mistake against the opposer. So Canelo making a small mistake is actually a big mistake because Crawford actually has the ability to somehow know that mistake is about to happen, and boom, there it is.
Yeah.
Canelo, on the other hand, Crawford hasn't been known to get hit, especially early in fights. And Canelo is the kind of guy where, he's going to come out and let his hands go. He's going to find moments to let his hands go. But when he finds those moments, you can't be caught slipping. You can't be caught sleeping. You can't be caught in between, do I go in, do I go out? Make that small mistake against this guy right here, it becomes a monumental mistake. And that might be the last time you make a move that night. You know what I mean? What you think?
I see the same thing, and I worry about moments. Obviously, I feel like Crawford stays there too long sometimes to prove his toughness, and I'm faster in the pocket.
Yeah.
And with Canelo, he can make you pay, get you out of there in one shot. I worry about Canelo, slow feet, and the counter shots from Crawford. He never been hit like that, and, those whooping shots. I'm worried that those could do something with Canelo. I mean, no matter what, I always pick Crawford, but I can see this fight going a ton of ways.
Listen.
I think this is going to be better than what some people, both sides think the other side is getting smoked. I don't see that. I think we got a classic fight in the sport of boxing that actually lives up to it. Because all the big fights, man, in the last, 20 years, what lived up to it? I mean, that we build up. Pacquiao Mayweather, no. Spence Crawford, no. What mega fight lived up to it?
I don't know.
Yeah, honestly.
Y'all had better fights than them.
Yeah.
It's like, man.
I just know that with Canelo, I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, okay, so let me look at this from Canelo's perspective and the experience of being in the ring with guys that are long and fast. What we've seen come from Canelo is the patience. Something that I know from my own personal experience, a guy that shows a lot of patience and you don't bother him by winning rounds. I don't think Canelo's gonna get bothered by losing rounds. We saw it against Caleb Plant. We saw it against Billy Joe Saunders. We saw that against there's a couple other guys that we've seen that against when it comes to Canelo Alvarez, and then all of a sudden he turns it on and he gets the job done. The thing is here, when he decides to turn it on, he's got to move his feet. I think that his ability to stalk Crawford in a way that Crawford has literally never, ever been stalked in the boxing ring as a professional on fight night is just different. And he's bringing a legitimate 168-pound punch. Nothing that has been, over the years has grown into this weight opposed to a Crawford who's come up to this weight in just 3 years. You know, I think that those are, to me, subtle differences. That the timing of Canelo, that's another thing. You know, from my experience against Crawford, if you have the ability to punch between his punches, find his timing and release something, those are the opportunities you have to catch him. And that man right there is the kind of guy, I think in this fight, if I sense anything, I'm going to get it because I know that I have to get it right here, right now. I think Canelo's going to put his foot on the gas pedal in a way that we haven't seen him do in an extremely long time.
I agree.
And I think that he has the ability to do that.
I think this fight is who has the most left in the tank.
Dang.
Because they both.
Yeah, whatever they got, they're gonna empty for sure. Like this is
that's
that type of
what we
fight.
know.
Every little
Yeah.
detail, yeah. Any little mistake is gonna cost. Because these are two guys that can capitalize on anything like that.
Canelo is not a natural counterpuncher, but he can counterpunch. He'll wear a lot of the punches on the gloves. He raises up and that little thing, and then he comes back down and gets back in position. You let a couple more go. He's just gonna be patient, but then all of a sudden you go to let go of two, and then we'll rip. You know what I mean? So this is a dangerous fight.